before we even started recording today, I felt like there was a shift in our podcast where God has opened a door to move in a new way to heal people. And our recording seemed to have validated what he was putting on my spirit. I don't know, like we just entered a new chapter, a new season of the podcast.
Well, I heard, like, I just felt my spirit right now. It's like God was just laying the foundation. You
I feel
always
that.
have to start on God's foundation, right? You have to build it from the bottom up. You have to build it from the word up. And we have to be secure in that foundation before you can take it to the next level.
Well, today might have been that day because I felt that. I felt it in me as we were talking. And I'm excited for personal freedom, for God's children's freedom.
Yeah.
I don't know, Nikki. I have no words.
Almost like when I don't know at what part during the podcast today, but I felt like, I don't know, I didn't feel it. I heard like the scales are dropping from the eyes now.
I feel that.
And I think that's another layer of healing that possibly happened for me today. Or just talking about having tunnel vision or holding things too close and not backing up for the full picture, which I'm so used to doing, just like focusing in on one little thing and trying to manipulate my whole life around that one little nugget. When God's like, I got the whole rock for you. You don't have to look at a nugget.
That's funny. That's actually very funny.
And it was like, once I had that realization, it's like, okay, some scales are coming off the eyes now. I don't know if they're all gone, but I definitely know another layer has come off.
Yeah, that I could agree with that. And maybe what's telling to me of that truth for myself is today's episode ended with me having more peace than I have in previous episodes while we've ended. I think we've had great episodes. And I think you're right about it being a foundation. But personally, when we wrapped up, I was filled with so much peace. And it was like security. As we wrapped up the episode, we talked about safety. I felt safe.
Yeah. And I think the world has it wrong. It's always like safety in numbers. That's a lie from the enemy, that there's safety in numbers. Because a lot of time when there's a lot of people, when there's a lot of numbers, when there's a lot of bodies, there can be discord, comparison, competition, cutthroat agendas, right? It's our safety and security is just meant to be in just like the core people, God, a spouse, a trusted brother or sister in Christ. Like, that's it. That's all that's supposed to be. There's safety in that. There's not safety in numbers.
That's an interesting perspective. I can tell that just landed on you like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. It just came out. I don't really know what I just said.
Yeah.
But that's how you know it's not from me.
Yeah. I mean, I feel the peace, and it's peace, as we mentioned in the episode a couple of times, not having words for either the pain or where he's taking you and setting you free with the restoration. And I can say the same with like when you encounter the Prince of Peace from a healing perspective, there is no words to describe the washing over. I feel washed over.
I feel like my armor's gotten upgraded. That's what I feel.
Which we didn't even talk about armor, but it shows, to your point about talking about foundation, that once the foundation is built and you stay rooted in the foundation, everything upgrades. Your mind, your spiritual armor, your
scales fall off the eyeballs.
Yeah, it's the fruit. It is the fruit of keeping the main thing the main thing.
It's that holy exchange.
Let's see how many episodes we can reference. Man, it's the holy exchange we've talked about so many times. It's navigating your emotions through faith and not letting those steer the ship, aka your flesh.
Yeah.
Man. It's not trying to hijack God's plan, which we talked about in the episode today.
Right.
It's not carrying guilt and shame around, which we talked about in the guilt and shame episode of that is rooted in, you said, I wish I remember the exact word. You were like, shame says, what's wrong with me? Like, I am the problem. And so today's episode, we talked about, like, that's the wrong question to ask God in these scenarios.
Right. Yeah.
It's, you know, whatever God highlights to you, like I mentioned in the episode today, asking why he brings forth what needs to be addressed in you and around you. He brings that to the surface, and you realize what forgiveness does for you, for others. You know, like, man, you hit the nail on the head, Nikki. I think everything was foundation leading up to this point. I'm like literally going through our
right
through our episodes. You unleash joy.
Yeah.
The joy of the Lord and seeing his beauty and his funness in your life.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It really is. I can't wait to see what's next then.
I know. I feel
if
it.
This is the foundation. What's next? I mean, only God will reveal that, right?
Well, that makes me think of the question. I don't remember it word for word of what you said about your where, but what was the question you had shared in the episode? Where are you taking me?
Instead of asking, why don't I belong here, ask, Lord, where are you calling me to belong?
Yeah. And I feel that for this is, Lord, only you know where you're calling us to belong, to heal, to restore. And it makes us excited.
Yeah.
Because the where is going to be so good.
Right. It really is.
For episodes, for our personal journeys, all of it. It's exciting. I can't believe how abrupt these things can end. Like, we are fire, and then you can feel.
Then my brain is like powered down.
But if that ain't proof,
like, pull the plug on these girls.
If that's not proof that ain't us, because it's hilarious, and you better believe we're probably keeping this part in because they need proof that we get unplugged. He doesn't leave us, but he does temporarily say, all right, girls, go do something else.
Sit down.
All right, until next time.